Hi, my name is Paula Reeder. I'm the Spiritual Director and Hospitality Coordinator here at the Norbertine Center for Spirituality. Getting love done is what comes to mind when I reflect on this Sunday's scripture readings. My friend, Deacon Steve Meyer, you know him, he also does these reflections. He and I volunteer for a group called Streetlights. It's a group of people that goes out once a month and they throw these block parties in the summertime. Last July, I had the opportunity to witness Steve and a boy named Jeremiah getting love done. It was a hot July late afternoon, and a young boy was watching the line of people getting food. Steve went over and asked this young boy his name, as well as offered him a hamburger. The young boy said his name was Jeremiah and that he couldn't afford the hamburger. But Steve said to him, "Well, the food here is free." Jeremiah's eyes got as big as saucers. He couldn't believe that this food was for free. He had one hamburger, then another, and another. When he was finished, he had eaten 8 hamburgers, not to mention the mounds of chips, and I don't know how many cookies. Now this boy was only 10 years old and not a very large boy. I was surprised at how much he could eat. He was really hungry. He told Steve, as he was filling his pockets with cookies, that he was going to take the cookies to his brothers and sisters at home and let them know that they should come down to the park to eat as well. He said to Steve, "We never get to eat like this at home." And Steve asked him, "Well, what do you mean by that? Do you mean hamburgers?" Jeremiah said, "No, what I mean is that we never get to eat until we're not hungry anymore." I was blown away when I heard this. We live in the wealthiest nation, and we have children who don't have the opportunity to eat until they're full. I couldn't help but think of my life, the opportunities that I take in having snacks before my meals so that I can make it till lunchtime. And I think that the children who don't have that chance, that opportunity to snack. About 20 minutes later, Jeremiah returned with a big smile on his face. His family had come to join in the meal as well. When they had finished eating, Steve walked over and offered a bag of hamburgers, some hot dogs, chips, and cookies. And then he offered it to the mother and said, "Here, take these." She was so grateful and so overwhelmed with joy that the only thing you heard her saying when she left the park was, "Praise Jesus, praise Jesus, praise Jesus." Wow. The gospel this Sunday is from Matthew, and it's about the miracle of the loaves and fishes and the act of kindness and loving thoughtfulness on the part of Christ. He saw the people's needs. It was late for them to return to their homes, and they had nothing to eat all day, and he worked a miracle to provide for this need. It reminded me of Jesus' death and how it was about wanting to kill the entire message of his movement. They wanted to kill hope, to preserve their own power and privilege. They wanted to kill his idea about human value and dignity. As a Christian people who have been formed by faith, how will we grow in the unity of service? How can we make the lives of others better? The relationships with our family members, the relationships with those we work with, the relationship with a stranger. How can we make those relationships better? How can we serve those in need? How can we help those who are elderly? How can we use the gifts God has given us to be shared with others. How are you and how are me going to get love done?